This question's a little bit different in that we're going to start with dealing with this sine theta equals negative 3/5 and the fact that it's in the third quadrant. So what this is telling us is this is going to give us the ability to also find cos theta so that we can substitute sine theta and cos theta into the equation. So in the third quadrant, I'm going to draw my little right triangle, and then I'm going to label the opposite side and the hypotenuse based on that sine theta. I know that the adjacent side is got to be -4 because of, I know my 3, 4, 5 triangle. If you're not sure about that, you can just use Pythagoras' theorem to find that that side is 4. It's negative because it's going to the left. So once we know that's -4, we can then find cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's -4/5. And now we can start figuring out the two questions. So for A, we're trying to find what is the sine of theta plus pi over 4. So this, I know is sine and plus is sine cos plus cos sine, right? So sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta. Theta goes in the first position of both. Pi over 4 goes in the second position of both. Sine theta from up above is -3/5. Cosine of pi over 4 from the unit circle is √2/2. Cos theta is -4/5, and the sine of pi over 4 is √2/2. -3 times √2 is just -3√2 over 5 times 2 is 10. -4 times √2 is -4√2 over 10 as well. √2's are like, so we can add those together. -3 minus 4 is -7 √2 all over 10. So again, you get your common denominator. Because they're like radicals, you can combine them, but it's just adding the numbers in front. For B, we're trying to find the cos of theta minus pi over 6. So cos and minus goes cos plus sine sines. Just look on your formula sheet and find that cos alpha minus beta formula. Theta goes in the first position of both. Pi over 6 goes in the second position of both. Cosine of theta from above is -4/5. Cos of pi is √3/2. Sine of theta from up above is -3/5. Pi over 6, the sine of pi over 6 is 1/2. -4 times √3 is -4√3 all over 10, plus -3 times 1 is just -3/10. This time the numerators, they don't have a like radical, so there's nothing we can do. We can't combine the -4 and the -3, so we're just going to leave our answer as -4√3 minus 3 all over 10.